great to be here. Thank you everyone who's come, and thank you to everyone who's joined us in this panel. I'm really excited to dive into this conversation because I first came across ecocide when I was writing a book on climate solutions. And in a chapter, I look at the different legal tools that people have been using to try and stop the sixth mass extinction, and was really, my mind was blown by ecocide for its kind of obviousness and its simplicity. And whilst kind of voluntary action has gotten us so far, it's very clearly not gotten us far enough. And ecocide feels like a really important tool to try and maybe just make the bottom threshold higher.
Joining me now from the Extreme Hangout at the Climate Summit is the model, actor and ambassador for the project, Lily Cole. So Lily Cole, lovely to have you on the show. Thanks so much for joining us. So explain to us why you feel that transparency and traceability is such an important issue for the fashion industry.
I think it's an important issue for every industry. We're looking at fashion, but we're also looking at critical raw materials, agroforestry, and the idea is that these learnings could be applied to every single industry. It's important because if we don't know what's going on, we can't make choices. We can't make choices as consumers. There's a rising tide of greenwashing happening because of the lack of information that's available. But also companies can't necessarily make the changes they need to make happen if they don't understand their own supply chains, which is often the case. And also governments won't be able to know whether they are actually meeting the targets they're setting because they don't have the data and the information to understand the impacts of the businesses operating in their countries. And there has been way too much opacity for too long. It's not a technical problem, it's arguably a problem of will and political and corporate will to bring the level of transparency that needs to happen to supply chains.